The first question is, if your blog were an animal, what would it be? My blog would be an owl. I tend to write best at night, so a lot of my posts are written when the crickets are chirping and it's pretty dark out, or in some cases pretty light out. I think my blog tries to be very observant. Um, I hope it's wise, like an owl. But really, it's a place of thought and reflection, and my outlet for putting my thoughts into words on the internet.
Um, when asked this question, immediately what came to mind was an elephant, because elephants never forget things, they're very intelligent, um, they're strong, and then Leslie mentioned that she thought maybe my blog should be a chameleon because really everyone can use it. And you know what? I really have to agree. I think that when you read carlaporter.com, it's applicable to anyone.
If my blog were an animal, I'd say it'd have to be a sassy parrot because I like to find funny things, repeat them over and over and over again to make people smile.
Go with probably a unicorn because I love unicorns. They're magical, they're rainbowy, they're fun, they're exciting, and they're super rare. So yes, my blog is super rare. I would also say maybe like a crazy made-up animal that no one's ever heard of, like some kind of alien creature from the X-Files, and David Duchovny has to go like track it and something crazy like that. But yeah, maybe even a cat, just because I sort of can't really seem to get away from them. And yeah, I would hope that everyone could come up with a great animal for their blog, because I think it's a lot of fun to imagine that our blogs are all animals playing together in this big zoo on the internet, and they're all friends, and they're all rolling around together. That's my dream world anyway. So, yep, that's it.
The second question is, if you could blog from any location, what would it be? I've always loved the idea of spending a year on the move and blogging about it, either traveling through the world or even just around the United States. I'd love to experience new places and people and write about
I'm going to say that I'll blog from anywhere that has an electronics device that has a keyboard that's connected to the internet that allows me to blog. Because I'm hearing rumors that everything in the future is going to be touchscreen, and that your keyboard, your standard tactile keyboard, is going away. Well, I touch type, and I really don't like typing on a touch screen. I need a keyboard.
If I could blog from anywhere, it would definitely have to be a hammock somewhere on a beach with Wi-Fi, a cold tropical drink in my hand, and just the ocean behind me with the waves crashing against the shore. That would be the life.
If I could blog from any location, I'd probably, if I was doing a food blog and I could eat all the food here that I wanted, probably Japan or maybe Thailand. And if I was going for, to get outside and to blog the great outdoors, I'd consider doing Australia if a clock spider didn't eat me in my sleep, or possibly somewhere like the rainforest, like Jumanji style, except hopefully there's not like giant mosquitoes. But yeah, I think the rainforest would be really cool. I would have a pet monkey friend. I would name him something really cute too, like Hernando. And he would sit on my shoulder and we'd go around, and I'd have friends with all the wild animals, and it would sort of be like George of the Jungle. And I think maybe if it was for shopping, I would probably want to go to LA or maybe New York City, which isn't that far off, just because I think that those are great environments that aren't too far-fetched for me to be there. I think I could connect with a lot of other bloggers if I was in LA or New York City. So I think that those would be really prime spots for like shopping and connecting and networking with other bloggers in my niche. Yep.
it. The third question, who would be your ideal guest blogger? Honestly, I'd have to say my sister. She's 7 years old and she approaches the world with such wonder and excitement. And I think it's really incredible. And I would love to see her put her thoughts into words. And I know when she gets a little bit older, I'll be definitely helping her set up her first blog.
Super easy. Fables should be taught as fables, myths as myths, and miracles as poetic fantasies. To teach superstitions as truths is a most terrible thing. The child mind accepts and believes them, and only through great pain and perhaps tragedy can he be in after years relieved of them. Hypatia of Alexandria. If Hypatia could blog for me, that would just be.
My ideal guest blogger would be either Steve Jobs, Bill Nye the Science Guy, or someone from Mystery Science Theater 3000. I'd have to pick someone who would align with my love of geekery, science, and technology.
Who would be my ideal guest blogger? Well, I feel like if I'm shooting for the stars, I would love to collaborate with PewDiePie in this fantasy world where we're both friends and we make a funny video together and we get to like play a game like Happy Wheels or something. Um, but maybe more realistically, in my specific blogging circle, I love Tara's work with the Geeky Hostess. I love reading her blog and I love everything that she does. With mixing kind of this like chic lifestyle and dinner parties with the geeky lifestyle. I love Liz from Being Geek Chic. I think she does really great stuff on her blog. I love reading it. She always has really interesting things, and she collaborates with some other guest bloggers who post great content. Lauren O'Nizzle obviously is one of my like internet. Just love her so much. Like every time I see something she posts on Facebook or Instagram, it always just makes me smile. She's just really funny. And whenever I see her comedy on YouTube, it's good stuff. Yeah, I think that's all I could think of right now.
The fourth question is, who inspires your blog? Well, even though I don't talk about each person individually in all of my posts, a lot of my blogs are inspired by my relationships with others. I've always been a fan of the saying, you are who you surround yourself with. So in many ways, my blog is a reflection of all of the people in my life. So professional posts are usually inspired by my mentors or coworkers, and posts about the way I'm thinking or feeling are usually brought on by interactions with friends or family or my fiance. I try to draw upon what I'm feeling and then put it into words.
Well, my readers inspire my blog. I get questions on email, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, questions about, how to manage careers, leaders, how to manage their organizations, employers who want to be employers of choice. So anything that has to do with the management of human capital and the intersection of technology in the digital world, that's where I'm at. That's what inspires my blog.
A lot of different things inspire my blog, but not necessarily all people. I get inspired by my children, coworkers, things that happen to me during the day at work, and also other bloggers that I follow, such as Transgen, Highly Irritable, and Stephanie Austin. However, like I said, things in everyday life inspire me too. I once wrote a whole blog post about stupid things in the Harriet Carter catalog. I wrote a blog post about Flat Stanley and his misadventures. If I can find humor in something, you better believe I'm going to blog about it.
Who inspires my blog? That's a really cool question. I feel like I read a lot of other people's blogs, and I just get inspired when I see that they post something really beautiful, like a great photo. I guess it doesn't really matter what the subject is, but, running a lifestyle blog means you can kind of post about anything. The food you ate, the trip you took, the thing you just bought, what outfit you're wearing. So I read a lot of different lifestyle blogs and geek girl blogs, and pretty much great photography inspires me. Great, colorful, visual, very beautiful. I get inspired by looking at, I really like Dainty Squid's blog, A Beautiful Mess. Any of my like geek girl blogger posse, I'm always creeping on their blogs, and there's always good stuff on there. Anything that gets me thinking, anything that just sort of gets my mind moving. Yeah.
And the fifth question, if there's one thing that you could improve about your blog, what would it be? I think I'd have to say that I'd like to post more often. Finding the time to tap into my brain and let something out is a struggle. So I have plenty of posts that are half started, I must admit, and I have to actually just sit down and finish them, and I think that's my biggest challenge. My focus is splitting from thing to thing, and I'm not finishing what I should be finishing in terms of writing. So I think definitely posting more often would be the one thing I wish I would change, and I know it's something that I'm always working on.
The number one area of opportunity that I see for my blog would be frequency, blogging with frequency. It's, for me, not about anything else. It's about carving out that time to get blog posts done. And, I know that I would benefit by writing shorter blog posts in a series on a topic rather than trying to haul off one big long diatribe, but oftentimes that's what I do. So I should really take my own advice.
One thing I'd love to improve about my blog is the design. I mean, the design right now is okay, but there's nothing that stands out about it. Um, I'd like to have something a little bit more customized to my tastes, my personal brand, but I'm terrible with drawing. I'm terrible with graphic design. I'm a techie person through and through. I can understand the back end of WordPress, but I cannot make it look pretty. So I just use the free WordPress templates that are out there. So if anyone wants to help me redesign it, awesome. Thank you.
If I could do anything to improve my blog, I think I would get better with video. Right now, pretty much the only thing I know how to do is Google Hangouts, and that's sort of just start filming, no editing, don't make any mistakes, and then you're done. I'd also love to take better pictures. Right now, I just use my phone, and the pictures come out okay, but I think they could be a lot better if I knew what I was doing with a real camera. Maybe improve my photo editing skills. I know a lot about Photoshop and I'm a designer, but I think I could always be better. I always see other people's stuff and think, wow, how did they do that? That looks so great. I think I'd love to do more giveaways. I always think that those are really fun, and I love the excitement that it stirs up in the community when people see a giveaway that they really want to participate in and they get really excited about it. And then when you get to email someone and tell them that they won, that's always a lot of fun. So I would definitely say more giveaways. So if anyone out there wants to let me raffle off a product for you, I would be happy to. Probably better grammar too, because I feel like my grammar is so sloppy. So probably a lot of improvement could be done there. And I'd love to hear what other people think about it too, what they think could be better about it. But yeah.